Thank you, Aditya. Uh, First of all, it's an honor to work with SAP, and it's been really a privilege to have you guys as our innovation partner and being part of this summit. It's really a pleasure because it's a world-class company to work, and it's a world-class company renowned in the insurance industry as well. So I would like to ask you a couple of questions like first of all, how is the connect with the insurance industry for SAP and how relevant was this summit?
So that's a very valid point, and that is the reason why we associated with this event. Is SAP now is extremely strong in insurance. Now that is, as we say within the SAP system, that it is one of the well kept secrets. We have not really gone out and spoken about our competence in insurance, both globally, regionally, and more so from an India perspective. It's only in the last 3 or 4 years that SAP has been playing very strongly in the insurance space in the region, and it is only in the last about 12 months that we are going out and talking in terms of the core insurance solutions, so to say. So the image of SAP with respect to what it can do for core insurance solutions is something that is not known, and a forum like this actually is an ideal platform to connect both with the decision makers and the influencers, the senior management as well as the middle management, who actually use the core systems to get a complete understanding of what SAP can offer, and therefore it makes it very, very relevant for us.
Right. And I mean, that is absolutely right. And you guys had two sessions yesterday, one product innovation panel and panel on the CEO conference as well. And then a session which happened today on the solutions specifically which caters to the insurance industry. So if I'm to ask you, just highlight the points like how was each and every session relevant in terms of the panel setups,
Yeah.
the speaker setups, as well as how was it relevant to the crowd, the audience, and what connect you had from those two sessions?
Yeah. So, see, one of the important things that we try to promote in a situation like this is in terms of what is SAP's perspective with respect to the insurance industry, right? So, you when you are in a panel or when you are doing a session with a large audience like this, it gives you an opportunity to share your unique perspectives. The good thing is that SAP, by virtue of having worked with so many insurance companies globally, and in the recent last 2 to 3 years with this entire digitization wave, we are seeing some path-breaking changes in the insurance industry, which hasn't very clearly showed that there will be significant amount of resemblance in the way the digital transformation.
Exactly. Exactly. Now coming straight to your I think what I will be most appropriate to call is the feedback which you had in day one and day two. Now yesterday we had like sessions going in, all the top people coming in. So is today. So the feedback, if I'm to ask you in terms of overall thing, in terms of speakers, the content, how relevant was it for you guys to invest, and what pain
Yeah,
points?
yeah, yeah. Good. So, given that this was the first insurance industry summit that you you people have organized, I think the response was great. The attendance was phenomenally high, both in terms of the first day and in terms of the second day. So, in terms of the eyeballs that we wanted to cover, the number and the level of people that we wanted to reach out is good. What might be something that you might want to work upon in coming years is to try and get the regulator.
Exactly.
Because if you have the regulator, then it kind of completes that set.
Yes.
So in terms of the ecosystem, you have the insurers, you have the brokers, you have the technology companies, and if you also have the regulator, that kind of completes the set. What the regulator also, the presence of the regulator also does is then it gets a larger participation from the CEO level,
Yes.
which to some extent was missing from the larger companies this time. The third thing that you might want to evaluate and bring into play is if you could look at some kind of breakout sessions also. I know those are a little difficult to kind of administer, especially with senior management. But if you plan it out a little more in advance, for 2 or 3 big challenges in industry, and those are undebatable challenges. If you can have some kind of a breakout session, so then everybody can go out of the conference thinking they've got something out of it.
Yes.
And just not distractions.
Right. Right. Like a hot debate that would really do.
Yeah.
Or
So
maybe a head-to-head discussion.
yeah. So it could be a closed room where you
Yes.
might not want to get everybody in. So you have breakout sessions where you can have 4 or 5 people from the industry, couple of people from the technology, probably a representative from the regulator, or if you don't want to keep that out. But that's a closed room, and you have select number of people who want to observe that.
Absolutely.
And you do it in separate rooms, and you do it over a period of half a day only. So that could be something that would be innovative. No other Yeah,